According to Rwanda Investigation Bureau, over the last 3 years, they have received 10,456 cases of child sexual abuse. 98% of these victims are girls. RIB has also revealed that the cases of child sexual abuse have increased during COVID-19 crisis. In 3 months, from March to June, 864 cases of child sexual abuse were reported, while 1,310 cases of sexual abuse were recorded between June and August 2020. Girls believe that the offenders intend to cut their future short.
Such men and boys who commit sexual child abuse, despite the laws in place that punish the crime, are the enemies of the country. They are destroying the future of our country, Rwanda.
In a video address, the First Lady Jeannette Kagame urged everyone to take responsibility in preventing child sexual abuse.
Sinzi ko ibi twabibonera inyito ariko ntibikwiye namahano.
I do not think we can find the right name to call it. It is disgraceful. To hear that a parent, a relative, or a teacher has sexually abused a child, you can't imagine where to start from to protect children. I strongly urge men, especially in preventing this problem, and I trust your role in this struggle. To my fellow parents and teachers, let's speak to our children more often. Let's be our neighbor's keeper and protectors of our young people.
Several people believe that uncommon interpretation of the child sexual abuse has been a hindrance in fighting the vice. This has led some people to discourage victims from reporting sexual abuse cases to authorities.
Some families of the victims have discouraged their abused children from reporting to RIB, let alone covering up the crimes. When some are abused by the people they consider loved ones or get pregnant, they tend to cover up. This becomes a challenge in punishing this crime. We have cases of some grassroots leaders who act as mediators when a crime has been committed by their neighbors, and they hence turn the crime into a civil matter. In some cases, local leaders intimidate a victim or the relative of the victim from reporting the abuser, turning the victim into a criminal instead.
Isanje One Stop Center, an organization that provides psychological, medical, police and legal services to adults and child survivors of gender-based violence and child abuse, explained the impact of abuse on the victim's life. Some children are abused, and you can't help imagine if the abuser is a human being or a monster. A 3-year-old child who has been raped by a 30-year-old man or a 50-year-old man, to an extent of destroying their reproductive body parts, and it affects their internal parts. Some victims end up being operated on and given artificial discharge parts because their anal parts have been destroyed. Some victims recover, while others die. Statistics show that 50% of the children who are raped below the age of 5, they commit suicide at a later age. It is against this background that the First Lady Jeannette Kagame has called for aggressive measures to end child sexual abuse.
Birabaje kubona ubushakashatsi bwakozwe bugaragaza ko 20% by'abana baterwa inda.
It is sad to see that statistics indicate 20.5% of teen pregnancies are below the age of 11. I call on everyone in their respective capacities to come up with aggressive and innovative measures to fight child sexual abuse, to think about expediting the cases of suspected and convicted abusers. Legal experts should think about drafting these cases along with an expired term. We should be close to the victims of child abuse and help them to recover and give them hope for life.
Tubafashe gukira ibikomere no kubagarurira icyizere n'ibyishimo byo kubaho.
The launch of the Ending Child Sexual Abuse campaign coincided with the occasion to mark the Day of the Girl, which is celebrated annually on October 11. Reporting for RwandaTV News, Ethan Tashobia.